Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 61, day 4. It is a brown day, and today of course we're mainly just going to be doing the Guild War battles, hopefully nowhere near as long as yesterday, and then probably messing around with delves. Do keep in mind, next week's delve is a pretty decent one. Also, if I'm not mistaken, won't that be the 10th delve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're in groups of 3 right now. I didn't even realize that. That's kind of funny. But yeah, we're getting a 10th delve on 1 week from today, and it is getting some pretty decent troops, most noteworthy being the Legend, which gives half mana start to all elementals, which is actually the first half mana start all troops troop from the Underworld, which are just generally good troops always. There's not a single one of those, for the most part, that is bad. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are a couple of them, like the one for Urska's isn't too good, even though it can be used with Sentinels, and a few others like that. But, you know, things like Divine, things like this new one, things like the Human one. You know, anything that ever gets to start with 50% mana start tends... One moment. There we go. Okay. Wow, why does it keep doing that? It did that the other day on, what was it, Tuesday? Like, we streamed for like a minute or two, and then it's like, nope, don't want to keep streaming. And then it just goes down. Well, at least it came back that time. Anyways, but yeah, make sure to go get shards for next week's faction. It is decent. Anyways, where were we? Sorry about that. Next order of business is Guild Wars. So, yeah, let's go to Guild Wars. I might revamp some of my teams. Depends what we're up. Okay, yeah, never mind. We're already revamping. I think I might permanently actually change my team that I use for Brown Guild War. I do like this team, but I think we're actually going to go down the Tina route. Put a Tina in there, and then put in a still same premise of team, just slightly changing it up. And what are the other colors we're missing? We're missing purple, we're missing yellow, and we have to use brown. What is that color? Scorpius. Ooh. That has potential, actually. He is technically supposed to be used on Brown Guild War. Problem, though, what hero class would have poison? Because we can actually double kill with him, but we'd have to use poison on our hero class. Unfortunately, I don't believe any Titan-like hero class has poison. If there is one, it might be Plague. Does Plague have poison to any degree? Let me see. No. What tree would have it? Arcane or... might. I don't think it does. No, it just has disease, unfortunately. Nope, no poison. What else would have it? Sentinel probably wouldn't. And it doesn't have half mana start anyways. Titan definitely doesn't. Oh, we don't have a Sentinel-like hero class. I mean, we don't have a Titan-like hero class with the barrier spam that has poison. That's unfortunate. I kind of need that if we don't want to die on first slot. Orb Weaver? Yeah, Orb Weaver has poison, but, wait, let me see. What's everything that it has? It doesn't have half mana start, though. Let's see, what tree has it? And then I'll just go from there. It's the Shadow Tree. So if we're going to do that, maybe we go Thief then. I think we go Thief. What's the best thing with that? With Shadows? Assassin would be okay, but we're not doing Skulls. Necromancer, but... what's everything else Necromancer has? I don't think it would be worth it on you. Your secondary effects aren't really that good. And I guess I would mainly just leave Thief then. That would be a weird way to use Thief without using 30% dodge. Oh no, do we go for that? Because we'd have to actually replace that 30% dodge for the poison. I think we might just stick with a Titan hero class. However, it would give it stealthy. So it would live a little bit longer in that regard. But most of the other effects that we'd be having on it, we wouldn't really be utilizing. Other than maybe the 7% instant kill every kill. I don't know, I think I might just stick with Titan. We might not be able to use that poison. We need to wait until we just get a better hero class for it seems like. So let me just change the Titan. Let me make sure I have everything set correctly. Let's see, stun, extra attack, some extra brown armor. Create a dust storm at start, bury every brown, load them all. Actually, do we even go with dust storm at start? Oh, maybe we do go Thief. That's another issue, too. Everyone's going to be using Tapon. I'm not sure if I actually want to Brownstorm. But then again, if we're using Mountain Crusher, we're going to have it anyways. So I guess we just go all in at the beginning and just hope he doesn't go crazy with the convert. With this, we just don't have a poison option. Same banner and everything. +2 brown, +1 blue, -1 purple. Only difference now is we're running with 2 different back slots. So hopefully this will work out. I don't think we need to change anything else. Oh no, maybe we'll try the poison thing. We have to waste our hero class in order to give him his poison that he needs, which I ideally don't want to do. But that would be really solid actually if they ever add a hero class that has half mana start, stone tree, and shadow tree. That would actually be a really, really strong combo. Nothing currently has it as at this exact moment in time, which is unfortunate, but let's just roll with this. I don't think we need to revamp anything else. Of course, this is one of the more annoying days because everyone's running the meta, and Tapon's super annoying on Brown Day. But hopefully we can bypass it with sheer lucky mana at the beginning of every battle like we are right now. If we could just get this every single battle, we'll be fine. We already got our mana drain. Unfortunately, his Tapon is not within the first 2 slots. Though we could try to get lucky off of Tina, which at this point is pretty much our only option. We're going to try killing that out right now. So that's exactly what we'll do. Make sure Tapon does not have alignment after we go and take all this stuff. That is very important that he doesn't have to convert. Okay, so he doesn't have any alignment. He'll grab that, but that's not really going to do much. So, yeah, we got a bit of everything. I guess we go for this and hope we get a kill. Well, we got a kill, not what we wanted killed, though. But then we just Corvash into Scorpius into pretty much dead. And too bad that poison trait doesn't poison every single extra turn rather than on purples. Because even if we do set that poison thingy, it only triggers when we take purple. Like right there. I can actually get full mana out of that, but we'll do that. Get a Corvash out of it for the main reason of draining him, so he doesn't get to do anything. Fortunately, Scorpius doesn't do true damage, but he is giving stats to everything else. Pretty much the only reason we're even using Scorpius is to give everything else stats. I feel like Scorpius is almost going to be doing nothing in this team. I say that, but you know what? Let me get rid of his barrier by doing that. And now anything kills him. Oh, kind of. Never mind. He just regained barrier. But if we could just get Corvash into something else. Also, he has no reds left, so he can't really intimidate us much. What he has. We'll take all those greens because Tina. Load it all. And hopefully we have anything to kill with. And that's super overkill. There we go. I think we can make this work for Brown Guild War from now on. Seems like a plan. It still needs a slightly better hero class. But for now, it's fine. Yep, every single... this is going to be annoying. Every single person in this guild is going to be running pretty much this exact same team. Actually, I should go check the win rate of mine. I didn't bother checking it yet. What do I do here? Do I just give him some mana initially? I think I have to. Yeah, we'll do that. Have to give him some reds. Oh, he got Tapon out of it. That's not good. He even probably has Yagwe alignment. Ow. I think we're dead already. Yep, pretty much. I hate this day. Okay, we still get an extra turn because of yellow. We still get an extra turn because of skull. And now we have to Mountain Crusher into extreme luck. Oh, no. Tina, solo the battle. Also, I have her in 3rd slot. So we can actually utilize the attack gain there. It's not over yet, but it's pretty close to over. What are we frozen on? Are we frozen on red? No, we're not. Yes, we are. So I can't take that. That's unfortunate. So we'll do that. Got Tina killed at least. Let's see. What would you craft first? Iron Gut for Delves or Tina for Guild Wars? Iron Gut for Delves for sure. Okay, I think we just lost. But then again, you know what? Tina might actually be a good, decent hard counter for that. I didn't even think about that until literally just now. Well, you know, because somewhat I thought about that earlier, but, you know, as far as, like, actually counting that properly. Tina technically does, because we keep gaining armor and you can only do physical damage, and we have 50% reduction. So that makes it so it takes a while for him to actually kill the Tina. What we do with higher skull damage, 50%, that's what? That's 39 additional damage. What does that bring our attack to? That is enough to kill. I can kill his hero right now, and I believe we do want to do that. Let me grab that. The other nice benefit of having Scorpius there is we do keep gaining stats every turn. Is that enough to kill? I'm probably taking it regardless of if it's enough to kill, but we'll do that, and it is. Nice. No, Tina, don't die on us. We need you. That's enough to kill. There we go. Well, that was a shaky battle. But, yeah, it gets the job done. Also, we can do double Tina if we really want to, though. I think the Scorpius is fine. Okay, we got something else. Interesting. A Wild Queen Rope Dart team. Haven't ever seen that, though that does technically work. Rope Dart into Wild Queen. Never personally seen it, but... Oh, it's with the Forest Troll Nyx combo. That's an interesting combo. It uses the old Forest Troll Nyx loop with Rope Dart Wild Queen buff. Well, the Rope Dart didn't get buff, but Wild Queen did. But yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully we could win before it gets to do anything. And we do have Core Vash, so we do get to drain both of those, so we should be fine. Yeah, we already won. Never mind. That was easy. Oh, we already killed one too. And if they start getting mana, yeah, we already won. Oh, that was super easy. That's ideally what this team does every time. Oh no, don't do mana. What are you doing? Luckily, it's not really feeding into much, but he's going to get drained down. So he didn't really do it on anything relevant, so I guess it's fine. We'll take that. That Skull will ignore because I want Core Vash. I wish we had a way of hitting his hero right now. Yeah, we'll just do Core Vash for now, I guess. Oh, which is unfortunate because he just moved it to front lines. Actually, he's going to kill it right now. So not much I could actually do about that. And we don't have a summon at all to preserve our points. I guess we could put on our hero if we were to use one of the other hero classes. Want them to have summon to some degree based on something. Worst comes to worst. After enough turns, Scorpius will just make Tina unkillable. Worst to worst. Solo everything with Tina. And that's basically match. Actually, it might be match. No, it's not. We need poison so badly. We even have the stun and everything to go with it. But let's take that, throw a Mountain Crusher, or just do that and then Tina kill it. There we go. Yep, and we got 2,000 gold for using 4 of the same color, apparently. 4 times. Or 3 of the same color 4 times, whatever it is. Free gold for doing nothing. Wait, but we only did it 3 times. Did we already have it once? I guess I tested something earlier. I'm pretty sure that requires you using it 4 times, not 3. Anyways, where were we? Back to Guild Wars, our final battle. So far, decently going. Oh, sorry, 2 more battles. And of course, we're up against Yagwe team again. I was expecting this 5 times in a row. I'm not surprised to see a lot of it. Also, I didn't say hello to everyone yet. Hello, William. Hello, Ken. Hello, Steve. Hello, Motown. Hello, Captain. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, William. Hello, Flaming. What teams would you suggest for blue defend? Things like Azura, Undyne in particular, are insanely good on blue defend. Let's see, what was the other one? There's something that denies blue. I have to forget what color it was though. But that one in Power Troop that ends up denying blue, and similar things. I mainly just run around. I normally build my entire team based around what's his name? Based around Undyne. If you happen to own him, that's like the one thing Undyne gets used for, and that is blue Guild War defend. That's pretty much the only use he has in the entire game, is blue Guild War defend. But for that one purpose, he does work pretty well. Okay, so I can get a drain there. Normally has immune to mana drain, but we did get a stun off of Core Vash, so that's nice. So we could just Core Vash him into spamming Tina some. So we'll do that. Throw Tina. Hopefully that gets a kill on him. Good. Perfect. And now we just do that again and we won. Do we take this red? Yes, because that will allow us to get Tina and as match. Hopefully. 1 mana off. Really? You're going to do that to us? I might have to Core Vash this. No, never mind. We don't have to. We'll just do that and then kill it with Tina. There we go. Yeah, this will be our new Guild War for now on. They haven't killed Tina a single time. And even if they double Yagwe kill, it'll put Tina in first slot. Like, even if he gets successful, gets a Yagwe loop, Tina will live, and Tina will be our new first slot after he kills the first 2 slots that we have. So, yeah, there's potential. Oh, let's go into it again. Don't think we need to change anything. Also, that reminds me, I didn't check, well, 2 things. What's our score currently at? It's actually a little low, 7,411? That is actually not too high at the moment. What battle did we have that went badly? But, how's our defend doing? We obviously have the same things yet. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the, out of every defend day, this one worked the best. We have a 2-8, which is the second best this week. A 110, which is probably the only thing Rune Priest is used for, by the way, as well. Using it on Red Guild War Day for the defend thingy. That's the only realistic thing that it's consistently used for. But there's that. This one ended up not doing too well. This one did its normal. And obviously Yagwe one did the best. Also, whoever's asking about blue defend is what I currently run for blue defend, personally. Essence of Evil with Plague maxed. Undyne. The +1 purple for Azura off of the... what's it called? Off of the Plague Lord. Off its level 70 trait. And then a Famine to drain everything else. This is pretty much what I run. Generally just building around Undyne, Azura, and stuff like that since it worked out pretty decently. And I keep forgetting what that one empowered is. I'm pretty sure there's a power that denies blue. And if you want to incorporate that into your team, that would probably work. Let me see. Empower... No way to type in Empower and Blue simultaneously, unfortunately. Could have sworn there was one that denies blue. Is there not one yet? Pretty sure there was. Pretty sure every color had a denial at this point. Let's see, there's purple, there's green, there's another green, I mean. There it is, the bunny is what does it. So normally, if you were to go and bother running a different team, you would end up actually running the standard rope dart team. Would actually work pretty well. I knew there was something. How could I forget about the bunny? But yeah, the bunny has it. So one of the better defends you could also do is rope dart. Personally, I run it on yellow day, but you can run it on blue day as well because of Moon Rabbit's denial of blues to yellow, which would end up working obviously pretty good on a blue Guild War day since they require blues. But personally, I prefer going Undyne teams, so that does require you to own Undyne, whereas the rope dart team only requires you to own legends, and you don't necessarily need rope dart, though it does make it quite a bit better. But anyways, let's go do our final Guild War. Where were we? Guild Wars. Looks like we're on track for 9,200, which is a little low, but given that we're up against Yagway for 4 of these 5 battles, I guess it's fine. Okay, we're frozen. They are using it with Frost Mage on quite a few of these. That's a little bit annoying because everything uses brown, obviously. And now we have nothing we could do. But hopefully, in the time that it takes for us to redo the board, we'll have all the mana we need for he'll be on Frozen, I mean. We can actually start doing stuff. But for now, let's start feeding Tina. And we're not frozen on anything but brown, so that works out decently at least. So we can go get other manas. Perfect. Okay, now we just throw Tina and just keep waiting out the freeze that we have on us. Make sure not to take a brown extra turn. Oh, we got Corvash in perfect timing. Grab that. Go do whatever. Oh, good. We finally got the cleanse. I'm not going to Mountain Crusher yet, though. We'll get a Tina first. And then we'll Mountain Crusher. And luckily we got Yagway down, and that should pretty much be matched. Also, one of the nice thing about Mountain Crusher ever since they changed it, they got rid of its 1 explosion, and now it gives 2 mana to all brown allies, which makes it insanely good on brown Guild War. It already was good on brown Guild War, but even more so than it was in the past. And I believe that's already matched, as long as it doesn't hit super low. And there we go. That is that. So yeah, I think that is our new Guild War team for now on, for Brown Day. Seems to get the job done. A little low on score, though, for whatever reason. 9,138. That's actually really low for winning perfectly on all of them. But, well, I guess we didn't win perfectly. We did lose 2 troops once and I believe 1 troop the other. Also, they are getting a lot of mana off of Tapon, so that might be lowering that slightly. But overall, not too bad. I'll take it. 9,138. But, yeah, anything above a 9,000 I'm happy with. But there we go. And even with 2 people missing, we are currently in the middle of the Guild War bracket. Speaking of that, if anyone's interested in joining the guild, if you could do 1,000,000 gold or a level 1,000 plus, and capable of doing all the guild-related events every week to a decent degree, we do have 2 spots left, so let me know, as we do have room for the rest of this week. And even with 2 people missing, we're still in the middle of this current bracket. So that does mean we're not going to be moving up, unfortunately. Also, how have I not grabbed this yet? Let me go get that. Get all of our seals there. And yeah, let's go do some delves. Actually, let me go do dungeons first. And yes, we do want to make sure we go back onto the grinding of delves. I have been missing a few days here or there, but of course we are getting a new faction in 1 week from today. So definitely make sure you're farming your delves because you're going to want to have shards for that new faction. You can get the legend within about 1,000 or less shards, so good to have at least that many. You could easily get a copy of everything from the new delve that way. You could even do that within 1 single week of doing delves as well. So if you haven't already, go do so. What am I looking for? I'm looking for key team. Where's my key team? Where's my key? There it is. That shaman mana, get our dungeons done for today. Does Scorpius doing lethal damage give less points? Slightly. It doesn't count as damage as much. You know what? That might be why we're actually losing some of our points. Tina might be reducing our amount of points. True damage does count as damage. However, we are technically doing half as much damage because we're killing something with Tina. And they have, let's say, 120 overall durability, but they only have 60 HP. It's only counting as us doing 60 damage to them. It's not counting as us doing 120. If we kill something with 120 durability, 60 of it on HP and 60 of it on armor, and all we do is kill their HP, that only counts as 60 damage, not 120. So that might actually been what lowered our damage some, is our entire team was true damage, other than Skulls and Scorpius, which were used very minimally. That might actually been what lowered our score slightly. I'll double check that next time. It worked really smooth as a team, though. Even if it lowers our score, I might just keep it due to its inconsistency of defeating Yagwe team. Because Tina is really good against Yagwe, since it has 50% spell reduction and armor gain. And standard Yagwe Queen of Tanya teams never run true damage. I haven't seen a single one of those kind of teams that ever run true damage, because it's pointless to put true damage on the team. So that means they're going to have to hit through all of Tina's armor and 50% reduction of all their damage. Unfortunately, Tina does not have immune to Fairy Fire, though. So that 50% reduction we have is almost going to get canceled out. Though it is still more than the standard reduction, because it makes it so it does 150% damage, but then that gets halved to 75%. So even with the 50% reduction, actually is still... Tina still does reduce it more. I believe it works in that order. I'm actually not 100% sure if it works in that order, but I'm pretty sure Fairy Fire triggers before Tina's 50%. I should actually probably double check that. I am actually not 100% sure on that, but I'm almost guaranteed that it is the case, that Fairy Fire triggers before the 50% reduction. And if that is the case, it will lower it to 75% overall damage rather than 50% damage. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for factions, actually. What am I doing here? Go head over to factions. Let's see. Yep, go to Warrens. Not really anywhere else we need to do. Currently sitting on what should be about 17,000 shards by the end of today. Because we do have 4 delves that we could do. Because this other one is delayed from yesterday, which is why we still have 3. But anyways, what's our room path right here? And we'll get some free Shaman mana by doing this. Slowly but surely chipping it up. What's the order? I guess we go to there, then to there, then to there. Oh wait, that's a treasure room though. What we'll do... Oh, that's a treasure room too. But we'll do to there, do to there, and then take the middle down, I guess. That'll work. And I am currently using Key Team. The other one would be quicker. But I do switch to this whenever I see Cedric, and sometimes out of just laziness, I just keep it just because it's free gold. And I do need more gold. I do need to try getting to 15 million gold. Actually, more so 16 million gold. Because we're going to burn through about... how much gold? We're burning through... about 5 million gold next Friday. And of course, we're using at least 1 million on Monday for the guild. I need to make sure he casts again. Oh wait, never mind. He moved Cedric to first slot. That is actually correct. Need him not to cast again, actually. How do we do that? I guess we do this into pure luck. Nope, didn't get it. Oh good, he didn't cast for whatever reason. Unfortunately, though, we don't have a damage. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. He got distracted twice. Oh, and he agile. Really? Did he just really agile that? That's bad. There we go. There we go. Okay, everything's in the correct order now. Oh, and we're about to gain a level 2. Still far from level 1,500, but we'll reach it eventually. Flammifer, Ragnagord, Ketris, and Ubistet's interesting. That does have potential. I think I'm going to be sticking with the Tina method, though. Just because of its effectiveness against Yagwe. And that's what almost all teams are for Brown Defend these days. Even today, it was 4 out of 5 teams. Normally it's 5 out of 5, but one other one did a weird Arch Troll Nyx team. Which used to be meta at one point, but it's not really that good anymore. Ever since they nerfed its max drain to 12 rather than full mana. Became pretty much trivial to use. It still can get a decent loop, but it's a lot less likely. And given that it has a cap 12 mana drain, it's normally better to use things that have a full mana drain like Cockatrice. That will drain their entire mana, rather than just partial mana. Okay, we'll take that over. Grab ourselves a... what else do we need? Let's take that skull for now, I guess. Now, we are in delves. Didn't make sure we don't lose anything. Take that down. And then we just key it again, into egg, into key it again, into he'll survive, into whatever we do is follow up. Sounds like a plan. They deliberately didn't take a scolder, even though we could have off that yellow, just because they didn't want to kill that, so we get the free turn, and he's dead. Also, hello, Nagatsu, and hello, Rigonardo. You're using Ubistet than Scorpius. Do you think that Scorpius is better? Or are you using Ubistet rather than Scorpius in that team? Well, I guess Ubistet would be able to double kill off of most of those. And the main reason I'm using Scorpius is to make sure that we survive a little bit better, since it's giving us 1 to all stats per turn, including first turn. So that's extra true damage for our Tina and Corvash. It overall increases Corvash damage by 2 every single turn and Tina by 3. That also makes it so Tina will hopefully never die, but of course if we kill them quicker with Ubistet, that would also do the same thing. I don't know, I guess Ubistet would work. The only issue with doing Ubistet is he uses colors that already exist on the team, whereas the point of Scorpius is 2 of his colors are not already used, the purple and the yellow. So it opens up more mana accumulation, which is needed for a higher Guild War score. And given that we already seem to be having a slight issue with the amount of mana we're gaining, since the only thing giving us mana is, what's it called? Is, Mountain Crusher. So, I'm mainly just using that to accumulate more mana. Because mana accumulated does not count for extra points in Guild Wars, or it doesn't count for points in Guild Wars, unless you're actually accumulating it into something. If every single thing on your team has mana, and you're accumulating mana on the board, that does not count towards the total amount of mana you've accumulated. So Scorpius is almost just there to suck up mana, for the most part, if nothing else, to try to increase our score. And obviously for the +1 stats, it's not really there for the ability. We would somehow need to have Poison on Hero for that, and currently no Hero class does that properly. And no Hero class currently has Barrier every brown into Poison every purple, or anything similar to that. But we might eventually get a Hero class that's good at poisoning, while still having Barrier for Brown Guild War Day. Because obviously for something like Brown Guild War Day, having Barrier every brown is pretty much a must, since you're going to be taking brown almost every turn anyways. I'm actually surprised Plague Lore doesn't have it. But yeah, it's only on Shadow Tree. Shadow Tree is the only tree that has it, unless they add it to a trait. And the only thing that currently has it on trait is Assassin on Skull, which is kind of pointless. Because unless you're hitting their 3rd or 4th troop, that's Poison on Skull is not going to help you for Scorpius. Hey, Shaman level 66. Not in any rush to get it up, but slowly but surely we shall reach level 100 on that. Who knows, maybe by the time we reach level 100 on it, it will actually be useful. It does have potential. It gives all Tauruses half mana start. The problem with that is it isn't really used for much. The only really viable thing is to give Ketris half mana. But other than that, there isn't really much to use it for. Tauruses do not have good synergies with themselves. Biggest thing they're missing is a mana generator. They have some decent damage options. They also could use more things that create red and green. 2 biggest colors they tend to use, red, green, and brown, but mostly red and green. I believe there's a weapon that does that too, so it definitely could have a lot of potential in the future. We just don't have those few last key troop set to really make it work. Like it would just be the weapon into Ketris, or Mountain Crusher to Ketris or something. We don't really have those other parts that fit the team together yet. But we might if we get another event or 2 for the Kingdom. Especially if we get a faction for the Kingdom and they're all Tauruses. That could potentially make it viable. As it currently stands, the hero class is pretty underwhelming. Though it has potential of being somewhat like Titan, just without the barrier in the future, in that you would use it in every giant team, or Titan you use in every giant team, but you would start using that in every Taurus team eventually. Right now you don't really use it with Ketris that much, but eventually you would. Once they finally add some other synergy troops for it. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe this hero class gains something for Tauruses at level 100. Get it for sure if it does. What do we grab here? Let's take a skull for now. And then move. Oh, I should have taken 5 times green. Luckily, we still had a follow up, so that works out. Take that down, throw key to key, and it's match. Never mind, didn't even need a second key, already did. There we go. And it was go straight down the middle path. Grab our treasure room, grab the final room, and 3 more delves to do. Might delay the other one, though. Okay, we'll take the green. Take our other green. Grab the... nothing we actually need there. Let's take the yellow for now. I should probably switch back to the... what's it called? If we don't have a Cedric next time, I might switch back to the Tina team. Because it does go slightly quicker, even though we lose out on some gold. The only reason for using this is to utilize Cedric whenever it's in play. And also because free gold. But mostly to use Cedric whenever that room appears. And there's 3 potential rooms that can be Cedric. 1 is a guaranteed treasure room, and 2 of them are chance at treasure room. All 3 have the potential of being a Cedric room. But you never get more than 1 of a single treasure room in a single delve. Okay, we'll take this one. And hopefully we have Cedric for the next one. Also, as I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, we do not have a redeem code today. Anyone's wondering. We will not be having any just because Salty still hasn't given me any. If I go check the forum right now, we still have not gotten any. But hopefully Salty will get around to that on Monday or Sunday night. But as it currently stands, we are out of codes for the rest of today, tomorrow, and maybe even Sunday if she doesn't get back to it by then. Normally she's around on Sunday night. Hopefully she'll be able to get around to it then. Aw, that movement ruins that slightly. And we don't have full mana, but oh well, we'll stick another green, get that rolling. Just need to not cast Greed for the rest of the battle, and it won't block us at all. Throw that down, get 2 more keys, and that's match. And we'll take that, throw a key, don't accidentally kill it, because then we lose our extra turn. Well, apparently we lose our extra turn to barrier. But he'll do whatever. We'll get ourselves a key down. Mainly is to kill that 1 slot at this point, which doesn't really help us much, but oh well. At least it was off an extra turn. Take that, throw another key, that will not kill. But anything we do as follow up pretty much will. 1 skull or 1 key will kill. And there's the 1 skull. There we go. Level 9 chest, not too bad. Obviously our billion of arcanes that we keep getting of arcane light. Oh, I didn't get too many shards, oh well. 87, still decent though. Anyways, do we have Cedric? No. Nope. And no. Unfortunate. We do have 2 treasure rooms though. Oh, never mind, only 1 treasure room. I keep forgetting that that pirate team is not a treasure room. Okay, I guess we switch back to Tina or something. Let's go to Tina. Let's see, we need Apothecary, we need Mountain Crusher. And we need Tina to Tina. Or Tina to Weaver. Weaver can be used here, right? Yeah. There we go, Tina Weaver. And we'll roll with that. Wrong banner though. Let me go back to banner. Oh, never mind. It's all the way to the left. It's that Kraken banner right over there. There we go. Okay. And we'll go with that. Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Tina, and Weaver. Are using Weaver kind of like we use Scorpius in that other battle. Basically just to get all the mana that we aren't using on everything else. Mythics tend to be pretty decent for that. Even the more useless Mythics can sometimes get potential just by putting in a bunch of mana into it. With all the excess. Since they can cover 3 colors. Okay, he's probably going to get a thing down. We're going to kind of have to let him. Oh, never mind. That worked out perfectly. Okay. And it was killed again. And obviously that kills quite a bit quicker. Okay, next battle. Go for that 1.5 times room. Is there a troop that deals bonus damage to silence enemies? No. There's currently no troop that deals bonus damage to silence enemies. You would kind of expect Silent One or something to have something like that. But there's... I don't even believe there's a 2 times extra damage, not even. I don't believe there's anything that does any extra damage. There's no 3 times, there's no 2 times. Silent One does silence every single skull, but that's not the same. Also, it's a pretty underwhelming perk as well, since it already has silence attached to it. But, Yeah, there really isn't anything that does extra damage to silence. We'll throw Tina down into Weaver range, into what's hopefully another Tina, into dead. Is there a troop that does... Oh, I might already read that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this team has a lot of damage potential. You just do Tina to Weaver to Tina, and normally it wipes any team in the game, pretty much. You can't do that in later delves, but for the lower delves up to about level 200, it can get that done. We're currently sitting at a 110 delve with this. It's still working perfectly. And even has cleanse attached to it too, which is nice. So we'll throw this down again. Gonna need that Tina up. Looks like we're gonna have to convert away all these yellows. That over. What else do we have to move? Yeah, we'll just go for it. Throw Tina down. Does this bring them to kill range? Yeah, 51 damage. It's double kill range. Doesn't even matter that he has Submerge. Hitting 2 enemies does not count. And that's Tina wipe if it hits high enough. Unfortunately, it doesn't though. And now it's Tina wipe. What path do we take? Looks like we go up at this point. Go to there. Go to there. Go, let's see. So we take that. We basically just make a circle at this point now. We take those 4 in a circle, and then we take down the middle to the treasure room. Okay, what do I take here? Can we try for Sky Brown? Actually, you know what? Let's go for Green Surge. And then we don't need to have a random chance. We can just convert it. And there's our Tina. Let me grab that first, though. Everything else is out the way. Throw that down. And doing that one more time will nearly wipe. Not quite, though. Ideally, it would actually not kill one of them, and then we could Weaver it. But I didn't quite get that set up this time. I'll do that, and yeah, it is enough to kill. On to our next one. What do we have? Got this one. Yeah, we just keep doing a circle. Take our 1.25, take the 1.15, 1.15, treasure room, and final battle. Move from there. Okay, what do I grab here? We'll take our browns, grab our Mountain Crusher. Get Apothecary. Get onto all the yellows and everything. Then we'll do another mountain. Actually, before we do, let's go get that up. Double check everything's good. Throw that. That does bring it one into Tina range. I mean, not Tina, into Weaver, I mean. And then we should be able to just Tina kill the rest. The only thing that might not die is his Weaver. Oh, no, that will die. Never mind. Fortunately, we didn't get an extra turn, but Tina will wipe his entire team. Because now Tina no longer... Tina buff, I actually really underestimated how ridiculously good Tina buff is. Like, I knew it would be good, but it made Tina from being, like, just an average mythic to probably one of the better ones almost instantly. It's kind of amazing. But they did make a change about 2 months ago where Tina now retroactively targets its abilities so that it will never multi-hit something that's already dead. It'll never waste any of its shot on something that's dead, and that just made it so much better now that it actually gets to do all 3 of its hits consistently 100% of the time. Okay, if we got lucky enough, this can wipe, but that was pretty unlikely, and it didn't. Okay, we'll go throw that down, and he's dead, and we'll just Weaver it. What are the top 10 mythics to have, in your opinion? That can vary a lot, depending on what you want to use. But generally, top 10 mythics would be along the lines of Infernus, Obsidius. This is in no particular order, by the way. I'm just naming them off right now. Infernus, Obsidius, Ferris Ra, the Possessed King, Wild Queen, Tina, Arachnine Weaver, High King Iron Guts, Zugoff, and what else is decent? Probably like Catrus or something. But somewhere around there is 10. First one you tend to craft is Infernus into Fair Shra into Iron Gut. Even just going for Iron Gut first in some instances, if you really want to do Delves, could be a decent option. I unfortunately wasn't able to do that on my other account because Iron Gut doesn't exist yet on Nintendo Switch version. But I think it could have potential. By the time you would have enough diamonds to craft your first mythic, and if you've actually been active the entire time, you would have enough attack that it would be worth using High King Iron Gut in Delves. The only problem is you don't really use it in any other location other than Delves. Whereas in Furnace, you can run in Delves, PvP, Guild Wars, stuff like that. Iron Gut, you would almost exclusively just run in Delves and Tower of Doom. Just because it would be a little bit slow for PvP normally. And you don't normally use it for Guild Wars because of how it scores. And the fact that since you would have to use it in the certain colors, you might not have an attack gain for it. And that's one of the other reasons why it's good in Delves as well. You gain a lot of attack for doing nothing, simply by having... Oh no, we just lost Mountain Crusher. But you gain a lot of attack in Delves simply just from having your horde level to 100 or higher. Yeah, that would be a little bit annoying not having Hero there now. Shouldn't be too big a deal, but still a slight issue. As long as we don't lose Apothecary, we should be fine though. And I'll wipe him. No, it won't. Never mind. He'll live on first slot. Oh, we got a Weaver. That is actually bad. I do not want to have a Weaver summon. That now blocks our Apothecary. That is actually really bad because now we start a lot slower. I have to get 26 mana before we can start rather than 10. Luckily, we only have one battle left, so it shouldn't matter too much. But, oh, you know what? Maybe he'll move us at the beginning of the battle. That would make it so we're unblocked on blue. And for now, I'll just take brown and reds, I guess. Oh! Oh, or we could still just one-shot skulls. That works too. Wait, Weaver? I didn't even realize that. Weaver actually does that automatically now? Hold up. Weaver has automatic 3x skull damage? I never actually realized it triggered in that order. That is a lot of damage to automatically have. Wait, let me go get a skull real quick. Does it seriously have, by default, triple damage? I actually never realized that. Because I always use it with Weaver and stuff, so it normally is already webbed and everything. I don't normally just bother putting it on a team. I didn't realize they did that when they end up adding web to the thing. Let me see. There's still instances where Crimson Bat hits higher, though. But that's pretty decent for a default. But yeah, if this kills, that is instant triple. Up, there goes Agile. Of course. Of course, why would it not Agile? But let me try getting another skull. I want to see this. There we go. Don't you dare Agile again. Yeah, it does. Wow. Interesting. That's a lot of damage. Ah, there we go. Okay. And gain all of our stuff. And 2 more devils to go. Do we have a Cedric? No, we do not. Of course, we're going to go on a Cedric dry streak. Let's see. What's our path here? I think I might take the 1.4 times. It's actually the highest multiplier of any room here. Let's see. Was this a 1.3 to 1.15? I might just take the top half then and cut down the middle. And just skip the 1.15 and come back on our way back around. So yeah, that seems to be the game plan. We make like a loop right there. Kind of like a lasso. And then we go to that room and then take the final. Sounds like a plan. And hopefully we don't lose Hero this time. And the only reason we're losing Hero is because we're not using anything defensive. This thing has almost nothing defensive on its traits. We have Entangle, but that's about it. Entangle at start of battle. What do I grab here? We'll go and take a... I'm actually going to take purple to the convert right there. As long as he doesn't ruin it, and he doesn't. You've been running the crypt per your advice for the last achievement that you need. When you the pure faction team of 4 Lady Mirana, what level should the horde be set to? Actually, it's slightly better to do 3 Lady Mirana with Graveseer. And the main reason for this is you want to make sure you have Graveseer to counter their Graveseer. It seems kind of redundant, but you actually do need to have a Graveseer to counter their Graveseer just so they don't feed purple into their final battle, because it's actually really important on the final battle. But the level that you do it at, you can do it at level 100. You don't necessarily need to level it. If you do level it, you do need to level it quite far. You need to level it to the point that you have enough HP to survive the final hit of the final battle. And I forget how much damage that is, but I believe it's around 123 damage. So everything on your team would have to have over 123 HP, which is around level 200 for the Delve. However, it is possible to do it at just 100. The only problem that you run into is on the final battle, you'll have a lot of one-shots taking you out. And by one-shots, I don't mean Lady Mirana, I mean their true damage troop, that red-purple troop. Not only does Graveseer feed it mana pretty quickly if you don't Graveseer counter it, but it also ends up just having enough damage to get those one-shots off of it, because it's around 123. So you'd have to level it to the point that you have over that much HP. I did level it to 188, which at the time was not actually enough HP to survive the one-shot, and I still ended up getting through it. So it's definitely possible to do it without having that much HP. But it definitely helps if you were to have enough HP to survive it. You don't necessarily have to do that, though. With enough attempts, you'll get lucky enough with that level 100 Delve that you can get it done without any upgrades. But the higher it is, the easier it'll be, obviously. And optimal is having enough HP that you don't die on it. Also, make sure to never run that Delve when there is a 10% or 20% bonus for Undead. If there's an Undead or Sword's Edge bonus, either or, for 10%, you should not be trying to do Pure Faction there, because they gain more damage than you would gain durability, which would make the Delve harder during those weeks. Are there any troops that give 50% mana start to all dragons or all elementals? Dragons, no. Elementals, yes. Well, not currently. But next Friday, we are getting a new troop 1 week from today. The new Delve is going to be bringing in a new troop that will have half mana start to all elementals. It'll be the easiest of every single half mana start troop to obtain, as far as actual troops are concerned, simply because you basically get it for free just by throwing some shards at the new faction. So it's going to be super ridiculously easy to obtain. It takes red-blue mana, so if you don't have the arcanes for that, go farm those out. Doesn't take too long, 2 hours or so, or less. But yeah, you're going to want to make sure to go get that. But yeah, it doesn't currently exist, but it will in 1 week from today. And it should be a pretty decent legend. It'll be the best curse option in the game, and it'll obviously feed all elementals half mana, which is really relevant for things like Infernus, which will finally have half mana start again. Currently only has 40% start. Potential off a Divine. Things like Obsidius, things like Sunbird, and a few other decent options would all have half mana start elemental off of it. Yeah, next Friday's Delve should be interesting. See how that pans out. Layout of the Delve's kind of weird. It's a bunch of boats, and it kind of goes... It reminds me a lot of how Primal Rift is set up, which is a really weird format for the Delve, unfortunately. But as far as the troops, it seems like we're getting some decent stuff, mainly the legends. Okay, what do I do here? I guess we Tina to Weaver, and that should be match, hopefully. And let's match. Death Mark didn't kill it, but Weaver will. Go also would. Yep, no problem. If anyone else still has any other questions, let me know. We just get double chest. What just happened there? That was weird. I think the animation just played twice. Okay, we'll go take this room, take the 1.2, take the two 1.15s, and take the final room, and then one more Delve to go. Might as well get all of them done, so we won't delay any. Gonna need them for that new Delve on next Friday. Probably have around, what, 18,000, 19,000 shards by then. Who knows, maybe even 20,000 after the Tuesday event. But it's gonna be quite a bit of shards to throw down. I am gonna try to get new faction to level 200 immediately. I think every new faction here forth I'm gonna try getting to 200, just to make it easier to do during the event week. It'll also make it so what's it called? It would also make it easier to do pure faction. because level 200 Delve combined with all the potion effects is going to be a cakewalk to complete those out. Okay, Weaver is enough damage. What am I doing? I just Weavered. So throw that down at it. Okay, we'll take this, take that, take the other one, take the final room. Now we'll grab that, go right into Apothecary with it. Never mind, we don't have any good location. Let me clear the board, I guess. Get that Brownstorm going to clear our board to be better for casting. And now we just throw Tina to Mountain Crusher to Tina to win. Getting a Weaver in there would be good as well, although I don't think we're going to be able to get one. I mean, not Tina, I mean Weaver. We'll throw that on yellow again. Throw that down. Weaver to Tina, and that's match. Could also just Tina and hope we got lucky. There we go. Get our guaranteed kill. So Tina keeps getting a lot of armor, too. We're not really needing it for these battles because of its location, but it's gaining like almost 100 armor. Yeah, 92 armor per cast. Definitely not a small amount. Now we'll get the Mountain Crusher down. Take our green to purple there. And just convert it all into a Tina. And it was Tina to Weaver to Tina. And that'll be match. Oh, let me take this browns first. Get all that exploded. Come on, full mana. Good. And now it's Weaver to Tina, and that should wipe everything. There we go. And in the final battle. Into one more Delve. Take our skull there, grab our mana that we need. Unfortunately, no surge though. What to do about that? I guess we'll get full mana onto that. He dies randomly to Death Mark. The only reason we have Death Mark is because of that one room, that 1.4 times room, that new one. It gives us Death Mark every skull we take now, for the duration of the Delve. And it's basically match. We'll throw this down into Weaver into Tina, and that's match. Oh, it could also just taking those browns. And it's dead. No matter what they hit, it'll kill. Level 8 chest. I'll take it. It's about the average or so. Anything below that would be bad. And we got a bunch of legendary ingots and 69 shards. Both decent. Okay, do we have a Cedric finally? No, we did not. Didn't get a single Cedric this time around between all four of them. Unfortunate. We got another 1.15 times room. Did we cut down the middle? Let's see. No, I think we'll save it for last. The treasure room, that is. So we'll take that. Wait, what's the order? Yeah, we take these two. We take that, these two, those two, down the middle. So 2, middle. 2. 2's everywhere. That's a 2's for all of them. Okay, well then we'll just throw, obviously, this again. So we head to the 1.15 times. Take the detour to the 1.25 times non-treasure room. And then go for the other two that are just sitting there. And then we take the treasure room, then the final. Sounds like a plan. We'll take our reds there. Grab our Mountain Crusher down. Probably get another Mountain Crusher. Oh yeah, make sure he moves us back to the correct order. It's pretty obvious when we're in wrong order with this team though. But I'm actually not going to cast just in case my Tina wipes him. I did not want to do that. Okay, now we cast. There we go. Will you test out this really good combo? Emperor Liang with Sakima? What's the combo aspect there? Emperor Liang is generally not used for much. It tends to be pretty underwhelming because it only gives HP if you deny out mana you need. And you're normally better off just having anything else that removes. It does have a lot of enchant, but I don't see how a Sakima team would end up utilizing that properly. Because normally if you're using those double converters, you want to try looping, like how a Divinish Bala Kulin team runs. Like, it would function as a team, it just wouldn't be anything probably worth using for much. If anything, you just use it for PvP, and that's about it. Just to mess around with different PvP teams. I'll throw that. Oh yeah, it does boost our boost ratio some. But boosting it by 8 isn't really going to do too much. Because, yeah, she does have that buff based on all magic on your team. Wait, was it your team or the enemy's team? Forget now. So based on what you said, I would assume it's the ally team. But yeah, Sakima tends to be pretty underwhelming more often than not. It does have that good one-shot capability. The biggest issue it has is coloration. The colors it converts and the color it uses do not work into any team currently. As far as like double converts. There's no double convert that works for it. And compared to Divine Ishbal Aquilin, nothing currently compares for double converts. But no, she isn't bad. And I guess that would end up working out some. I just personally wouldn't really advise using, what's it called? Using Liang. It's a pretty slow troop. I wish they would actually buff that one. I think they might actually never buff it just because of its enchant. Because it does have potential with its enchant. It's everything else about it just isn't good. Unfortunately. More often than not, if you need a mechanic like her, you normally go Divinia. It still has a chance for enchant, and it has HP gain unconditionally, and has way better mana accumulation. However, it does not have board control. I guess Liang does have that benefit. But it doesn't feel like it has it because you always have to target based on the color that feeds you mana or HP, rather than the one that necessarily gives you the best board, or you have to choose between one or the other. Because she only gives HP if you click on the color that is most used on your team. And even then, unless that's the entirety of your team, then you won't get it. And even then, you're denying out the mana, like if you're using like a 4 times yellow. Or something like that. Or 4 times purple, that would make more sense if you were doing it with Sakima. If you're using something like a 4 times purple, you still have the issue of you deny out all the purple just to feed HP. What do we take here? What do we take? Let's take that into a brown. Didn't get it, though. If all troops were balanced, this game would be insanely better. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of content that does get wasted because of lack of balance. Like, you don't have to balance it perfectly, but they do really need to get around to balancing this game better than it currently is. It's not the most unbalanced it has ever been, but there's still a decent amount of unbalance. Because only about 20% of content in this game is usable at any given moment in time. If even that sometimes. Like specific game modes, even less than that. If you count delves, less than 10% of content in the game is really even used for delves. At least once you reach a late game and end game. And that tends to happen for a lot of game modes. Where only like a really small percent of troops are really used for it. Oh, what am I doing? We take these two, take the 1.2 first, take the other small one, take the treasure, and then take the final. And that would be that. Yeah, there are a lot of mythics that are useless. That is correct. Which you would kind of think that wouldn't be the case. But there are mythics that are worse than commons. There are some commons better than mythics. There are some rares better than mythics. There's some of every rarity that are better than some of the mythics in the game. For example, something like Skeleton is better than Fallen Valdis in every single way, even though it's a common and Fallen Valdis is a mythic. And Gorgolfa is a legend that's basically a mythic Stonehammer, but better. And things like Hero Class with Mountain Crusher is basically a superior version of a Stonehammer and other similar things like that. Also, what's kind of funny is while it won't always be the case, there are some instances where Black Beast is going to be better than a new mythic coming in next. Next mythic is basically a better version of Black Beast. However, under some circumstances, the ultra rare Black Beast will actually be better than the mythic. Though that mythic will still be pretty decent, though. But there are instances Black Beast will actually be better than it, which is kind of funny. I think one of the main reasons they do that is just to make it seem like you don't actually have to go and get every mythic. Because if they made every single mythic really, really, really good, people will probably just say pay to win because there's so many like ridiculously over the top mythics. I think one of the reasons they actually deliberately do that is just to make sure early game people and, you know, people progressing through the game have at least similar options to the mythics without directly having the mythics. There are just some mythics that are just outright horrible, like Fallen Validus and stuff like that. Let's see, because some of them are just situationally worse. Like, for example, Draculus is one of those true damage troops that is sometimes worse than many other true damage options. However, it has the benefit of having pretty much one of the highest HP gains of any of the true damage options. So it has a trade-off in order to be better in some situations, but worse in others. The problem is it has a really high mana cost, but the benefit is it has ridiculously high HP once it gets going. Oh, we lost Hero again. Well, luckily we're on the final battle, so it doesn't matter too much. What do I grab here? Let's get that. Start getting Tina up. And now we have Weaver in first slot. It's actually bad because now we don't do as much skull damage. If they're just going to agile everything, we're not going to have skull damage to begin with. Does every single thing in this faction have agile? Hold up. I knew they had a lot. Was it literally all of them? It is. I didn't even realize that. I knew that earlier. I just kind of forgot. But every single thing in this kingdom has agile. Amazing. Okay, we'll grab our brown. What else do we need? We'll grab a skull right there. Can we please hit through their agile? I think we just hit 5 agiles in a row or something. Something pretty close. Okay, let's grab that for now. Doesn't even matter if Weaver goes down, as long as we get those Tinas. Actually, one Tina wipes his team as long as he doesn't gain barrier off of anything. Actually, never mind. He lost a troop that even has a chance to do in barrier. Oh, wait, never mind. She could still do barrier, though, technically. That's unlikely. What do I go for? I need red. Let's do that for now. Maybe we'll just weave her into full mana Tina. And that's definitely overkill. There we go. And that is Delves for today. Only a level 7. There we go. Claim all that loot, get a bunch of shards and everything else, and oh, pretty small amounts. But that does bring our shard amount, as I mentioned, over 17,000. We're at 17,096 now. Got to keep it going, and all that will be dumped on when we get that next horde. And then we'll go and upgrade, or next delve, I mean. And then next Friday, we will go and upgrade that delve to level 200 and go from there, which will just help us speed through the delves as well as do pure faction for it very easily. That's a good game plan. I believe every single new delve for now on, we're going to be trying to get to level 200. Seems like a nice little place to stop at for most of them. It also makes the Tuesday events a lot easier if we were to get literally all of them to 200. It would end up saving us probably 10 minutes on average every Tuesday if we were to get literally every delve to 200. Yeah, that'll add up over time. Anyways, I'll wrap it up for now. Does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, yeah, tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might do some grinding on this account. However, I'm probably primarily going to be on the Nintendo Switch account, simply because there's stuff to actually do, whereas on every other version, there's not as much things we can do. Unless we're going to farm gold or farm hero classes. Those are about the only things. So we'll probably be doing that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night and the rest of the nights we'll just be doing Guild Wars, of course. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be here in 13 hours at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning, just messing around with the Nintendo Switch version, some events on there, and maybe grinding some on this account. And Then once Monday rolls around, we'll be going over all the Monday stuff. The most noteworthy thing happening next week, though, of course, is new faction next Friday, 1 week from today. Since you were talking about Draculus, do you have any viable team ideas? No. Draculus is basically never used now that Tina exists. Tina is better than Draculus in almost every possible instance, if you own it. It's sometimes used, the only time that sometimes gets used instead, Draculus, is if you're running a Crimson Bat Draculus team. But that's normally not that viable. Also, if you're running it with Humility, doing that into a magic buff into doing a ridiculous amount of magic and lifesteal, HP and lifesteal, ends up somewhat being okay, but no, I wouldn't really bother with Draculus. It's a pretty underwhelming mythic in the current state of the game. Because our reality does more damage than it. Crimson Bat is lower mana cost. Tesla is just better overall for what it does, and Tina just does way more overall concentration kills. And there's just things that do everything basically better than Draculus. The only benefit he has is he gains a lot of life, and that doesn't help you win quickly. It just makes it so you don't die on him, which is not really viable for much. Maybe Guild Wars, and that's about it. Like Red Guild War, but there's plenty of other better stuff for Red Guild War. Like Yagway and Ragnagord-related teams. What was your PvP soul farming team with Farish Ra and Wardbreaker? Oh, that is Mountain Crusher, Dragon Soul, Wardbreaker, Farish Ra. It's, to my understanding, even to this day, still the best soul farming method for PvP. I'm not aware of a single one that gets a higher rate while doing PvP at a quick, and timely manner. But yeah, it's Mountain Crusher with any class you want, ideally like something like Titan or something, though you can just do any of them as long as it has half mana start. Followed by Dragon Soul, Wardbreaker, and then Farish Ra. And that's the team you can end up running with it. Also, you can also use Dragon Guard Hero class if you haven't maxed Dragon Guard yet. You don't have half mana start, however, that would be 3 dragons, and you would gain some benefit to your Dragon Soul and Wardbreaker off of it. But anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you all tomorrow or for the new Monday event. And as I mentioned, next big content coming to the game is 1 week from today on next Friday, which will be getting the new Delve, and that will be bringing in half mana start to all elementals, as well as the 10th Delve added to the game. I'll catch all of you later. Have a good weekend, and goodbye, everyone. Also, happy Mother's Day. That is this Sunday as well. In case I don't catch some of you by then, I will be doing stuff for it. Actually, there's some stuff I need to do to prepare for it tomorrow as well, but of course I'll mainly be doing that on Sunday. But anyways, guys, I'll catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.